Okay, let's try that again. I needed to make sure that my mic was connected and on because I want to have good quality if I decide to upload this. So hi everyone, I'm going to do a spontaneous live today because something came to mind and I felt like this needed to be shared. And so I want to dive into a topic with you all that has to do with what I do, with the business that I have, with how I work. So as you all know, I am an intuitive fitness coach. And a lot of you might be wondering, okay, what the hell is an intuitive fitness coach? So an intuitive fitness coach is basically someone who not only designs a workout program for you, who not only designs a meal plan for you, who not only does all of what a normal fitness coach would do, but I go beyond that. Not only do we tackle your energetic blocks and imbalances and go to the root cause of why you may be experiencing certain bodily reflections or why you're struggling to lose fat or what the emotional root cause is of you not being able to achieve your body goals. But I also tap intuitively into your energetic field. So this all sounds a bit woo-woo, right? Like, oh yeah, sure, it's very like up in the air, whatever, like tap into my energetic field. What does that even mean? But we are going to break it down and I am going to actually explain to you how intuition is actually truly a scientific thing. So what intuition actually is extracting information from light. So as you may know, everything in this world that you see is made up of energetic frequencies and light. And what we know from science is that all light carries information. But we have not been trained to be, or some people have, but we have not been trained to be able to read or pull information from that light, whilst we are very much capable of doing that. And even when you look at things around you, there are things around you that you do not even see. And that is a frequency, that is an energy that is around you that you pick up on. And when you can truly tap into the energy of that light and pull information from that energy, that is what intuition is. It is just strictly pulling information from light. But the problem with that is that we are so detached from being able to actually tap into specific energy fields, so light fields, and pull specific information because we have kind of confused intuition with, emotions and past experience, previous experiences, instinct, fight or flight. This is something that we confuse intuition with. So sometimes when we think we are doing something out of intuition because it doesn't feel right, the gut feeling doesn't feel right, you need to make sure that you are actually listening to your intuition and you're not listening to an emotion or a trauma response or a response out of fight or flight. Because when you think about intuition, you think about, okay, what feels right to you? What is the gut feeling of this, right? We've all had that feeling, that instant pull towards something. So what is that? Well, that depends on what information you are using, what information you are pulling. So look at it like this. Your body is made up of an energetic field. Your body is made up of light, of little photons, right? Little, I don't even know what the actual word for it is, like protons, photons. Like we are all made up of like atoms. We are all made up of atoms. And these atoms, they emit light. They emit energy. So, and this energy carries information. This light, this energy carries information. That is why also when you get near someone and you get a funky feeling from them, you are tapping into their energy field. You're pulling information from their energy field. But because you haven't trained your intuition, you can't quite clearly extract the information that energy field is giving you. So you might pick up on an emotion, you might pick up on a thought, you might pick up on a feeling, but you can't quite decipher what that feeling, thought, or emotion is, or you can, but you don't know what it's trying to tell you. So that is where trained intuition comes into play. That is where you take out all the other noise and focus on the one stream of information that you are getting, because we are constantly getting streams of information from all sources. So everywhere around us, the people that are thinking around us right now, even down the road over there, even in the building next to me, they're all energies floating around us. So can you imagine there's this big cloud of energy and information around us. So how can you extract and direct your energy, your focus on one stream of information and extract information from that? And that is what intuition is. That is extracting specific information from one energetic channel. So, and we've all known this. Like, it's so funny because we've created this idea that intuition and energy is woo-woo, but it's not, because we are all made up of energy. When you take biology, that is all you talk about. When you take science, that's all we talk about. We talk about energy, energies reacting to one another. When you talk about meeting someone, you say, I love your energy. You've got such a good vibe. Like, literally the word vibe, it's like an energy frequency that we are picking up on. So why has it become this like woo-woo spiritual thing when it's literal science? It is literally what we are made up of. It is literally how the entire universe works. So is it that wild that you could train your intuition like I have, and you can direct your intuition, your communication, your senses to one energetic stream and extract information from that? Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what doctors do as well? They just use machinery to detect energies and frequencies and pull information from those frequencies and those energies to figure out what is going on with the body and how to treat the body. So that is exactly what intuition does and what I do as an intuitive coach. I have trained my intuition to the point that I can direct my intuition towards your energetic body, and I can ask specific questions and channel specific information because I know how to direct that information and pull the correct information without the noise, without the chaos, and extract information about your specific body, about my specific body, without the influence of emotions or old belief systems or things like that, so that you get a clear-cut answer of what your body needs, what my body needs to achieve a specific result. I can tap into the frequency of that emotion that you are feeling and figure out what action to take to change that emotion, to tackle that energetic block. And that is what you can do with intuition. That is what I do with intuition. But we have this belief that you have to be like naturally gifted to be able to read people's minds, because that is a thing, right? You can read someone's mind. You know, when you're like sitting on your own and suddenly someone pops into your head. That is not a coincidence. A lot of the time, that is your energies, your frequencies communicating. And then before you know it, that person calls you. Or you call that person and that person goes, oh, I was just about to call you. That is your energies communicating before you actually take the action. The same thing goes when you're walking down the street and you feel someone behind you. You don't look. You don't see anybody yet, but you feel someone behind you. That is, you are reading their aura, their energetic field, their electromagnetic field. You are reading it. You are reading it before you see it, because we have these abilities. Science has found that we have literally only used 7% of the capacities of our brain. So is it that crazy to think that when we unlock the other, let me do quick math, 93% of our brain, we will be literal like superpower human beings, right? We could probably be floating off the ground. Like if this is 7% of our brain working right now, can you imagine? Can you imagine what you would be capable of if you use all 100% of your brain? That is something so wild. So we talk about the pineal gland, right? The third eye, what we call the third eye. We've also made this something mystical, but it's not actually mystical. This part of the brain is made to read specific energies. So when you look around you, there are energies around us everywhere, frequencies around us everywhere. The reason we can perceive, for example, the camera in front of me, the phone in front of me, is because those energies are moving slower than energies that I cannot perceive, right? So light is moving so fast that I cannot actually physically perceive it. But some lights are moving slow, and that's why we can perceive that light. So there are energies, there are things around us that we cannot physically see because we haven't trained our brain, our intuition, to be able to see these things. But that doesn't mean that they are not around us. They are always around us. And that is the same thing when it goes to vibrations. When you speak about vibrations, there was literally recently a video that I saw, and I've heard this before. It was on the news before with something different, where, for example, there was this. They did an experiment with plants, and these plants, they put on classical music, and when they put on this classical music, the plants started growing faster. But when they put on heavy metal music, the plants didn't like that music. They didn't grow to that music. They were actually starting to like die. That means that plants are hearing music. They don't actually hear music. They pick up on the frequency of music. They pick up on the vibrations, on the information that frequency is carrying. So everything is always in communication with each other. But we have just become so desensitized from tapping into that we don't even know what we are reading anymore. And I don't know, the same thing, there was another study where they did this with cheeses. They were ripening cheeses with different music. And the different musics had different influences on the flavor of the cheese. So please explain to me how that works if energy and frequencies don't communicate with one another. It is always constantly communicating with one another. It's, we all know this. Like when you enter the room and there is someone in a bad mood, and that someone has a very strong, like is so rooted to that emotion that you feel that negative energy around you. How do you feel that negative energy around you if you can't pick up on energies? Right? Like, how does that work then? If we weren't able to pick up on energies and read people's energies, then wouldn't it just be like silent? Do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you just not be influenced by people around you? Wouldn't you just not be influenced by someone wanting something from you? You know, when someone is after you and wanting like an answer from you, or you can feel their energy, you can feel it breathing down your neck, because that is what's happening. That energy is reaching out to you, so you feel it because it is there. So all trained intuition is being able to train that part of you, that part of the brain, that part of your organism, to be able to direct you reading energetic fields to one energetic field. So if I pick a person and I say I want to read that person's energetic field, and I block out all the noise, and I train myself to block out the noise and channel my energetic field to that person and pick information from that person, that is what intuition is. When you ask a question or you want more information on something outside of you, you channel, you direct that channel towards that source of information. It is just you being able to read light more precisely, to read the information that light is carrying more precisely. Your body is made up of an energetic field. Your body is made up of an electromagnetic field that carries information. And on a smaller scale, that is you have biophotons that carry light information. And when you can tap into that light information, you can extract information on what the emotional state is of that body, of that person, of that part of the body. Extract the how do you say, like the any information, the health information from that person, because emotions carry different frequencies. So being happy carries one frequency, stress carries another frequency, fear carries another frequency. And that's how we pick up on those frequencies, through directing our energetic channel, our sensors into that frequency, into that field, into that aura, right? Because that is what it is. Your aura is your electromagnetic field, is your bio field, is what we tap into. And that is how intuition works. All intuition is tapping into or being able to read and extract information from light. And everything in this universe is made, well, most things in this universe are made up of light, and all light carries information. And when you can train yourself to tap into that information source and extract the information you need, that is what you do when you read the energetic body of a person. And when you can direct that more, because the problem is that we confuse emotions with intuition. And you got to see emotions like a blasting radio, trying to listen to the one pin drop on the ground. So when you're emotion, I'm sure you know this feeling. Like me, when I'm very emotional, when I'm very angry, I literally feel like a cloud is in my brain. I literally feel a cloud in my brain. Everything is blocked. I can't get a clear sense of what is going on when my emotions are at like 100. I can't see. I can't figure it out. My brain does not work anymore. All I can think about, all I can feel is the emotion. And in that state, it is extremely difficult to actually feel what your intuition says, what your gut feeling says. And that's the problem, because like when you think about training, for example, when you think about working out and you go to the gym and you do an exercise and you're emotional about the exercise because it sucks and it isn't fun and it isn't good. What we start doing is we start convincing ourselves that emotion must be a sign that this is not right for me, this is not right for my body. But in fact, you're actually just reading the emotion, the fight or flight state that is going on. You're reacting to something that you do not like, and that is what you're reading, not the truth. When you can drown out the noise of the emotion, and you can drown out the noise of everything going on outside, and you can direct your energy towards one source of information and then pull from that, oh, this workout is actually good for me. It's my emotion telling me that it's not good for me because I don't like it. I'm not enjoying it. That has nothing to do whether if it's good or bad for my body, right? It's like it's like a craving. Like a craving is an emotion. You crave something doesn't always mean that it's going to be good for you, right? It's an emotion, it's a feeling. So then you have to tune out all your past experiences. You have to tune out your emotions, and you have to tune into that actual gut core feeling, that pineal gland that's giving you the information that you need to extract from this situation to actually get pure, clean answers about what is going on. Does that make sense? And that is what intuition is. On a scientific level, intuition is the ability to read and extract information from light, because all light carries information. Even the light that we do not see, even the energies around us, because there's energies around us. I mean, try holding your hands, like if you, what was it? Like there's this test where you rub your hands together and then you hold them and then you try to push them into each other. You feel the energetic field of your hands. There is energy everywhere. There are frequencies everywhere. And some we do not see, but that doesn't mean that they are not there. That doesn't mean that there is no information to pull from that. Think of the plants that I just explained to you. Think of the music, the frequency of music. That music can make you feel a certain type of way. That is because of the frequency that it carries, that we are picking up on. If a plant can grow faster from classical music, then that is because, not because it's hearing the music and it likes the music, it's because it's picking up on the frequency of the music, and that frequency is nourishing for that plant. The same thing goes for us. So when you're picking up on positive frequencies, you're going to feel good. When you are in an environment with positive, high frequency people around you, you're going to feel elevated. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel this surge of happiness and good vibes, because you are picking up on those good frequencies. When you're in a dark, down, depressed state and you're around a depressing energy, guess what happens? Your energy is going to go down. When you hear depressing music, your energy is going to go down because you're reading those energies. And that is what intuition is. That is what it is. It is reading those energies. But then trained intuition is being able to understand what you're reading and what information you are picking up on. That is the difference, because we have been so disconnected from our intuition. We have been so disconnected from our bodies. We have been so disconnected from the universe that we don't actually know anymore what we are reading. We don't actually know how to direct our energy and actually pick certain information from certain sources. We don't know how to do that anymore. And that does not mean that you are not still able to do that. You are able to train that like any other muscle. It's like training the brain. It's like training that extra muscle called intuition to be able to read specific information and pull and extract what you need from that information. And that is what intuition is. And I wanted to hop on here because I feel like a lot of us confuse or feel like intuition is this woo-woo thing, is this spiritual thing. It's this like, you know, let's just say like hippie thing, right? Reading energies, doing energy work. But it's actually science. It's just reading a frequency. It's just channeling and reading one source of energy, one source of information, and being able to extract information from that source. And so I have been training my intuition and doing this for a while now, for over a year now, where I tap into and actually understand what your energetic body is telling me, what information to pull, what is good for you, what your body ailment is saying about you, and how to tackle that. With an intuitive read, I tap into your energetic field and I get information, directed information about what is going on with your body. And yes, there are some explanations and things like that you go into, but that is basically what I do. So just to wrap it all up in one nice little present, I am an intuitive fitness coach, which means I am a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified nutritionist. I know everything about training and nutrition. I know how to set up a workout program and a diet plan or meal plan. I don't like the word diet, to get you the results that you desire. However, every body is different. Everybody's energy is different. Everybody has different energetic/emotional blocks. As an intuitive, as a trained intuitive, I am able to dive into your energetic field, your electromagnetic field and biofield, and read what specifically is going on with your energetic blocks, what specifically is going on with your body potentially holding on to fat, your body struggling to put on muscle. What I can pull information and get information on the energetic root cause of why that is happening, and also extract information on what actions you would need to take to be able to heal that or improve that energetic block so that you can move forward and achieve the results that you desire. Not only that, I can read information, pull information from your energetic field about what approach is better to take for you. So I will design a workout program, but I will not only use my knowledge as a personal trainer and a nutritionist to design this workout program and this meal plan, but I will tap into your energetic field and extract information on what would work best for your specific body. Because it is all about extracting information from your biofield, from your energetic field, electromagnetic field, and getting information on what would heal your body, what would get your body to achieve the results that you desire. And in combination with my knowledge as a personal trainer and a nutritionist, you get a holistic plan focused on your individual energetic body and physical body to get the results that you desire. And that is all it is. That is all it is. And I'm not special. Anybody can do this. But it's all about being able to train your intuition to a point where you are able to read that information. And I thought it was time that I came on here and explained that a little bit, because we have this belief, it has been put out there. This is also to take our power away. A lot of what's going on in the world is taking our power away. And I am tired of our power being taken away. So I am going to tell you how you're going to regain that power. And part of that is telling people that you have to be gifted to be able to use your intuition. No, you were born with the tools and the skills to be able to do this. We have just been kept down and told that this is something only for specific people. But we all have intuition. We all have the ability to train it to extract specific information from your energetic body. It is just all about being able to train that, being able to tune into your body again, being able to connect back to who we truly are, and gain information from that and gain strength from that and gain power from that. And that is my mission. And that is how I'm doing that. My clients and my members will be more powerful and stronger than ever before because they are working with their body. They are working with their intuition to tap into what they need with my help to achieve the results that are meant for them. Because I believe that all of us are able to achieve so much more than we think. And that all starts with you realizing your power and realizing how powerful of a being you actually are by realizing the potentials you have. By realizing that you're using 7% of your brain. So can you imagine if you were using 100% of your brain, that extra 97%? Can you imagine? That goes with everything. That goes with the power of the mind. With a video that I uploaded recently. Did I upload it recently? Yes, on Instagram. And I will be uploading another one on YouTube, where literally our mind has the power to transform our body. We are literal superhumans. We just have unrealized potential. And that's the thing. And that is because they are trying to, the government, the people, I don't know, the world, who knows, is trying to keep us from realizing our power. And I am here to help you realize your power again. And even if that is by you stepping into your power, by achieving the body that you were meant to have and realizing how powerful, how amazing, how wonderful, how fucking fabulous you are. And I thought that I would just help you understand how exactly that worked. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this was a helpful little episode if I'm going to be uploading this on my podcast. Helpful little live to help you understand the true science of intuition. I hope to see you on my next live or in my next podcast.